I can zoom out and start to drop lines from my set in order to indicate uh, where certain elements go, right? In fact, let's go ahead and grab the bottom corner of the downstage edge of the bridge, and we're just going to bring that down. I'm going to pass through the stage floor there. And I'm going to start with some of that geometry we used while building the stairs, right? So I have the staircase, I have the landing. I'm going to Control C for copy. Come back down here. And instead of pasting, I'm going to click once and then paste. And that indicates, hey, paste over here. If I click over here, I can paste again over there. It's not exact. It doesn't pinpoint a specific spot, but it does engage a general area. So modify, let's go ahead and rotate that 90 degrees. And then bring it down. Now, remember, this landing wasn't really oriented right, but this line represents the downstage edge of the bridge and the upstage edge of the stairs. I'm going to go ahead and delete that now. This bridge would be sliced through, right? It would be cut in half in order to create this section. And if you remember that visual I showed earlier in the 3D model, it would they had it show up as red, and we're gonna mimic that style. I do want to note that when these pasted, because the show layer was active, it went ahead and dropped onto the show layer. If you click on object info, you can see that we're on the show layer, so I can go ahead and turn that construction layer off right now. The stairs would move to the hidden layer, and that's because they're only there sometimes. And that's what that would indicate. Also, if you look at the drawing package, technically there's a slice down the middle. This was done because even though they wanted a big staircase, they actually always played together. However, for storage reasons and for maneuverability in the theater, they wanted them to split in half, so that way they would take up less of a footprint backstage. So technically, because they had a seam down the middle, that seam would show up not as cut, but as solid or object. It's a minor distinction. I think anyone who showed the stairs cut in half in red, nobody would flinch at that. However, technically, they wouldn't be cut. Now, selecting the bridge, currently we're on Scenic Visible. We're going to go ahead and make a new class. We're going to call it Scenic Cut. Edit those properties. Okay. Use a creation, solid, make it red, go to a solid line, black, thickness is going to be 0.5. Okay. And now, if it doesn't automatically reset, just go ahead with it selected, make sure to choose Make All Attributes by Class. And now, this is showing as a cut object. It's actually something that has been sliced in order to produce the section. And these are going to show up as basically their alternative position. Now, remember we set up that section view. When I click section, it does return back. However, the new class doesn't show up, and that's because when we saved that view, that class didn't exist yet. So we're going to go turn it on, and then we're going to save a view. We're going to call it section, name it exactly the same thing, hit OK, and it's going to ask you if you want to replace it. Yes, you do. And now if you zoom out, choose section, great. So you can spend a lot of time constantly re-updating that. I'm not suggesting you do. I think make all of your edits and then at the end clean up your file and make sure everything's turned on. I just want to make sure you saw that that was possible.